What's up guys, Jesse back with another video tonight, Monday, May 27th, it's just about 8:40 p.m. I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. You guys are going to think I'm a goddamn idiot, but whatever, gotta step it up a notch. Tonight, I'm going to play Ouija Board, but before you say anything, personally, I don't think anything is going to happen. I'm a very, very, very big skeptic on this subject, so I'm not cheap or anything. I'm just not going to go out and buy a Ouija board because, like I said, I'm a very big skeptic. So I'm going to read off some rules that apparently are so important that they had to make a list. And it's actually called thoughtcatalog.com. So if you want to read up on these rules, go to that website and you can read them yourself. If you're going to want to make a homemade Ouija board like I am tonight, and I'm doing it at my house because I'm selling my house and I'm having the house cleansed before I sell it, so it's all good. Nothing will follow me, hopefully. But these are 21 rules every Ouija board user needs to read before they play. So, rule number 1 on this list anyway. Ouija boards are not a joke. Read up on what can happen when you use the Ouija board before you use a Ouija board. So clearly that's what I'm doing. The most important rule is never taunt or goad a spirit into just tongue-tied again every time. Goad a spirit to communicate with you through the Ouija board. This can have disastrous consequences. And you guys wonder why I never wanted to do this. This is why. Never ask a Ouija board when you're going to die, which is a common rule. I think that applies to a lot of games, especially divination games where you can contact spirits. Like even the playing card game, you're not supposed to ask. You're not supposed to ask any type of question, whether when you're going to die, your impending death, what's going to happen, your love life, none of that stuff. Just don't. Anyway, rule 4. Spirits who talk to you through the Ouija board can tell you anything they want. Just because a spirit says something does not mean it is true. So, obviously they can lie. They're not in front of you. You can't read them like a person. They can lie their face off. A spirit will try to win your trust by telling you they are a long-lost relative or the spirit of a small child who needs your help. In reality, the spirit could be malevolent. So a bad spirit, basically. So proceed with caution. Always. Anyway. Never use a Ouija board alone, which is a common, I know that. The more people, when you use the Ouija board, the better. This means there is more energy present to connect with the spirit. If not everyone can comfortably sit down and touch the planchette, it's fine to have some people just be viewers. So, skeptics or watchers or innocent people just sitting around you, that's fine. So, they don't have to play, but you can't play alone. So, I'm going to try and convince Rachel Ainsley to do this with me tonight. And I'm going to try and get her to do it at 3 a.m. again. She's probably going to kill me, but whatever. See what happens. I'm going to call her. You guys can hear it. Rule 6. Do not. I love it. Every one is like, do not. Do not use a Ouija board in your home. It's not technically going to be my home for that much longer, so whatever. If you do connect with a malevolent spirit, malevolent, Jesus, bleh, spirit, the energy will be in your home and it will be harder to break contact. Great. Perfect. That's why I'm not sleeping here tonight. Just kidding. I'm really not sleeping here, but whatever. One person in the group should be the leader. That's going to be me. Because it was my idea. I'm an idiot. Please don't do this. Please, please, please don't do this. Just watch me, and if anything goes wrong, you'll definitely hear about it. Anyway, this is the person who will talk and ask the questions while the group is using the board. So basically, I'll be the one asking questions, but everybody will give me suggestions for questions. So not everybody, the other person, there's only going to be 2 of us. If, and that's a big if, I can get her to do it. Okay, rule 8. If you're using the Ouija board and are not the leader, you should keep your fingers on the planchette and remain silent. No one should laugh or ask whether it's working. This is negative energy which interferes with the process. Try not to decipher the words as the planchette moves. Your role is to close your eyes and focus your energy on the planchette. Now, we're going to use a flat sheet of cardboard and a shot glass. So that's the way it's going to work for us. I'm not going to use a planchette. Actually, I thought about buying one, to be honest, and the store, the major shopping center that I have near my place, doesn't sell them. What do? Make one. Anyway, the leaders should not ask joke questions. And that is all in caps. Do not mess around. Do not ask joke questions. Don't piss the spirit off. In other words, rule 10, one person should be assigned the task of keeping track of the answers. They can write down the letters or words on a notepad and translate to the group what they think the spirit is saying. Try not to guess what the answers are in the moment. Write down what is happening and do that after the planchette has stopped moving. Rule 11. Don't leave the planchette on the board. When you are done using the Ouija board, remove the planchette from the board, even if you are leaving the room for a bit. It's considered bad luck to leave the planchette on the board. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. Great. So, taking the glass with me. Rule 12. If you want to break, have one person keep their hand on the planchettes to stay connected to the energy you've built. So basically, if you want to take a break, make sure that someone else basically tags in and is holding onto the planchette. Don't leave it on there by itself. And rule 13 leads right in. Always end your session with the Ouija board by saying goodbye. So move the planchette, or the glass in our case, to goodbye. The location you should use should be ideally dark and free of background noise. You can use a candle to light the board enough to see what the planchette may be spelling. We will be using candles, or else you guys won't see anything, because we can't use these lights, it's just too bright. Or the lights that we're actually going to do it at her place if I can convince her. So theoretically, I'm not doing it at my home, I'm doing it at hers. That's mean, I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. Don't do that to your friends. Rule 15. How many rules are there? If a spirit starts communicating with you through the board by counting down or going through the alphabet, immediately end the session by saying goodbye. This is a common theme in Ouija users who have contacted a malevolent spirit that is trying to leave the board. So if your glass, your planchette, it starts going over the alphabet. I've seen this before on the internet, on YouTube obviously, where the planchette's moving over all the letters, or counting down, or counting up from 1 to 9 or 10, whatever you want to say, and moves through the letters of the alphabet. Immediately move to goodbye, because that is just bad news. Oh, that was weird. Bad news all over the place. Rule 16. If a spirit starts communicating with you by making the planchette make a figure 8 or infinity symbol, immediately end the session by saying goodbye. Again, this is another way malevolent spirits have relieved themselves. So, if it starts making a figure 8, or the infinity sign, whatever you want to call it, I call it figure 8, it means that the spirit is trying to come out of the board. So, don't let that happen. Go straight to goodbye. Don't do it. Watch me do it. Please, God, no. If you could, rule 17, if you begin to suspect that you're in contact with a bad spirit, immediately end the session by putting the planchette on goodbye. It also helps to leave the physical space you're in to sever the energy between the group and the spirit, which is why you did somebody else's house. Which I'm doing. If you speak to a spirit, rule 18, if you speak to a spirit who identifies themselves as Zozo, end the session, say goodbye immediately, which everybody knows who Zozo is. I mean, I don't really need to explain that. He's like the worst. The worst of the worst. Also called Mama, Zozo, something else. All bad. Anyway, rule 19. Don't use a Ouija board in the cemetery. Now that should have been rule, 2. They should have said that right at the beginning. The first things that anybody ever told me about a Ouija board was, 1, don't use it alone, and 2, don't use it in a cemetery, and 3, don't use it alone in a cemetery. So, just don't do it. Don't. It's bad karma, it's disrespectful, all the bad that you could imagine will come out of that. Rule 20. If you are experiencing depression, it may be a good idea to avoid using a Ouija. That kind of energy draws in bad spirits. So if you're depressed, or you've had a bad day, or whatever the case may be, if you've clinically been diagnosed with depression, or if you generally have depression, don't use a Ouija board. I've seen what can happen to people, in person, what can happen. I've gotten calls from friends who have used a Ouija board by themselves and in their home, and they were depressed, and just things went sideways in a hurry. It went from 0 to 100 in the worst way possible. So, don't do it. Don't use it alone. Don't use it in a cemetery, and never use it if you're depressed or having depression. Okay? For real. I'm not joking. Okay, rule 21 and the last rule, thank the Lord. Never burn a Ouija board. This can do more damage than simply leaving it untouched in a closet. If you are having problems with a Ouija board, store the planchette and board separately. So, basically, if you're having problems with your Ouija board, you think you've contacted something that is bad, or something's trying to come through that's bad, or whatever the case may be, if you're having a bad day or depression, or all the rules that I said apply to this. Okay? I can't stress it enough. Don't break these rules. The things that come out are terrible. So, I've seen scratches, I've seen cuts, I've seen literal like hand marks on the guy's neck. People go a little bit off the boat, we'll say, when they've used a Ouija board, like someone very close to me actually. I'm not going to share that story, but just don't do it. Just don't use it alone. Don't use it in the cemetery. Don't use it alone in the cemetery. And for the love of God, if you're feeling depressed or have depression as a problem, it's not a problem. It's just a diagnosis. Don't use a Ouija board. I cannot stress that enough. Again, watch me do it. I'm an adult. I'm an idiot. You all know this. I can't even bloody believe I'm going to play a Ouija board. And being that homemade Ouija board, if it was up to me, I'd burn the thing. But it says not to. Just store the two pieces separate, which is easy. I'll put the glass back in the closet and the cardboard in some other place. Like the basement, where I never go. For real. Anyway, I'm going to call Rachel right now and see if she will play Ouija with me. Hold on 1 second.
Hey Jess, what's up?
Not much. Do you wanna... Yeah, I know, it's been like 2 days.
Right?
Do you wanna play Ouija with me? Ouija board?
No.
Really, no?
Of course I will.
Okay, at 3 a.m.?
It's a date.
It's not a
We're
date.
playing it at your house this time.
No. I'm coming over.
Coming to my house?
Yeah,
For real?
for real, bro.
You know we've had some bad shit going on the last few days, brother.
Okay,
No job.
She's fine. She's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make the board and bring a glass. Shot glass. We'll use a piece of cardboard and a shot glass, okay? So I'll get there like probably around 2:45-ish.
Sounds good.
Alright. I'll see you in a while.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Later.
Later. Okay, well, that went better than I thought it was gonna go. Just didn't want to play though. Okay, so it is now 5 to 9. 3 a.m. is a long road in. It's about 6 hours away. Actually, it is 6 hours away. So, yeah. I got plenty of time to make my board, and I will see you guys around 3-ish. 3:15. Alright? Like I said, please don't do this at home. Please. I'm only doing this to take it up a notch. And I don't even know if it's going to work. So again, this could suck and not work at all. We'll see what happens. Alright, I'll see you guys at 3. Be safe. Peace. Hey guys, we're back. It is exactly 1 second. 3:07 a.m. Tuesday, now May 28th. I am here at Miss Rachel Ainsley's house. Say hello.
Hello guys.
Back again for more. Crazy girl.
Crazy.
And tonight, like I said, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I'm actually pretty stressed about it, to be honest. We are doing our first Ouija board together. Actually, ever. Because I've never done it. Have you ever done it?
No, never done it. First time, guys. For real.
So
Your entertainment only.
literally. Please leave a like for this video, because honestly I'm scared to death. I don't know what to expect, and I'm really not a fan of this, and I'm a very big skeptic. So this very well could be a completely dead video, which I'd be okay with, to be honest. If anything goes wrong, if anything starts going wrong, we're going to cut the video straight away. Agreed?
Agreed. Like you'll never even see this post. No vlog.
Well, you'll see the post. You just won't see what happens after. Anyway, so I'm going to prop up the camera, so give me a moment to get her good and settled so you guys get a full shot of everything, which I doubt I can do. I don't know, can you see that?
I think we might have to bring her a little bit out.
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, just maybe brighten it up a little bit in here. That's better. Okay, now just give me one sec, guys. There we go. Perfect. Now, move that candle back. This is our Ouija board. Homemade. As you can see, yes, no, alphabet, numbers, and goodbye, which is obviously the most important. But everything, I think, is visible from that angle. Yes. Let me move it back just there. That's perfect. Okay, so this is our planchette. It's also a 2-ounce shot glass. So, Rachel, put your fingers on it and circle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Ouija.
Hello, Ouija.
Is there any spirits that are willing to speak with us tonight? Close your eyes and let the... What the hell? It's going fast. Yes. Okay. Okay, move back to center. I'm freaking out.
Okay.
Okay. Just so you know, this is a 50-50 conversation with the Ouija board, whether it's real or not. So half is your energy and half is the spirit's energy. So, spirit, entity, whatever you want to call yourself, what is your name?
Hey.
Okay.
Hell. B.
L, E, L, B,
E.
E. So it stops there. The candles are going weird. E, B, L, A. Abelman. Okay, move it back to center. Abelman. What the hell does Abelman mean? Guys, leave it. I know you can't see my face, but leave me in the comments below if you know what that means.
Abelman. Sounds like something to do with like Civil War.
Abelman. Again, leave us comments in below if you know what that means. Abelman. How old are you? Um, 18?
18.
Are you... Back to center. Are you 18, Abelman? Yes. You're not moving this?
No. Not at all.
I'm not moving this. Move back to center. So 18 years old, Abelman. Okay. Were you in the Civil War era, I guess? So no. So not a Civil War era person. Move back to center.
Okay.
Are you buried close to this location? No.
No.
Back to center. This is creeping me out, bro. For real.
Okay.
I'm starting to shake.
Abelman?
I can only ask the questions.
Really?
Yeah. You can tell me what they are. What do you want to know?
Was he born in Europe?
Abelman, were you born in Europe somewhere? I was going to know. Yes. So 18, back to center. 18 years old, died. Abelman lives in Europe. Were you in royalty at all? Again, leave us in the comments if you know anything about Abelman and someone in Europe. There's probably 5 billion results. But he says no, he wasn't part of royalty, so... Okay, now, I know that Europe is where the witch trials started.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, were you a witch or a warlock? Because we don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, move back to center. Were you A, a boy, or B, a girl? Any numbers? No? Up to... A. So it was a guy, 18 years old, a warlock. Because guys are warlocks, right?
Yeah.
In Wicca? Or witches? Okay, my back to center. Okay, 2 questions and we're done.
Okay.
Because this is creeping me right out. Were you burnt as a witch at 18 years old? It's going to know. No. So he wasn't burnt as a witch, or a warlock, which is good.
You notice how when we go back to center, the board moves, but
Yeah.
every time we go to an answer, the board does not move.
Yeah, that's really weird. And the candles flicker every time we get an answer. This is totally creeping me out, bro. Okay, were you hung? Because they hung a lot of witches and warlocks. Were you hung as a warlock in Europe? Again, no. There it goes again. It's moving. That's so weird. Okay, last question.
Okay,
What do you want to know?
I want to know if he's really here tonight.
Or if it's some kind of demon?
Yeah, what year was my grandfather or my mother born? Before I actually got here. You don't even know this information, Jesse, but I stashed it away. So let's see if they're really here.
Okay, so what year was Rachel's mother born? One. Eight. No. 9, sorry. 4. 2. 2?
Yes.
Is that right?
That's so correct. That's unreal. This is too much. This is too much. We
we'll
gotta
go
end
back to
this.
that. Okay, thank you for speaking with us tonight, Abelman. We
Appreciate
leave your soul in peace and respect. Thank you. We're going to say goodbye now. And over. Goodbye.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, guys. That was super stressful.
Yeah.
And Rachel's got the answers to her questions, I guess.
Yes.
She told me that they were in this box.
For
but-
some tentatively proof, 19. I don't know if you can read that. 1950, or
No,
sorry,
41.
42.
42? 42. 1942. Okay, so thank you, Rachel,
Thanks
for
again, guys.
bringing this one out. Check out her channel, show her some love, Rachel Ainsley. And also check out her Twitter page under... Yeah, that candle's doing so much shit. So we're going to cut it now. Anyway, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining me. 2 new subscribers tonight. Ted Edwards, I think, and Julia Brazio. And Julia spelt with a G. So I think Italy. Think maybe a distant relative, possibly. Anyway, thanks guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Rachel again. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe. Peace.